SMT Nation, we back. We've got a story here today on Verizon. Let's dig into this here. Verizon could reverse customer losses in Q4. Wow, that's interesting because we just got word about a month ago. It was definitely several weeks ago. Verizon CEO Hans Vestberg indicated that Q4 was going to have losses. And the reason why we took that at face value to be accurate is because we saw losses in Q3. We saw the direction that things were going. We saw what happened in Q2. We saw what happened in Q1. And Verizon hasn't really changed course on anything. So being said, that part from Hans Vestberg, the CEO, we would believe that they were going to have losses. But this seems like it's a reverse of course. Let's see what happened here. Black Friday, Cyber Monday have come and gone for Verizon, and it appears that they may have actually been good for them. According to financial analysts at Wells Fargo, Verizon's chief revenue officer said the operator is on track to report growth in its consumer postpaid net customer adds in the fourth quarter. And that's noteworthy considering Verizon had been losing customers for much of 2022. Comments come after the hours after the conclusion of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, two of the biggest shopping days of the year in the U.S. Given Verizon's focus on fourth quarter metrics, specifically its consumer postpay net adds inflecting positive and continued broadband growth, we view it as an important point exiting 22. Wow. Okay, now this is in a note written to investors today at the time of this recording, November 29th. Wow, guys, this is really shocking. This would indicate that the holidays have essentially saved Verizon's Q4. Now, look, I guess let's look at the rest of this. Okay. The Wells Fargo presentation is not publicly available on Verizon's investor relations site, so there's nothing to really turn to unless they were there at these meetings. All right, so maybe it had something to do with this, right, guys? Record shopping. According to numbers from Adobe, consumers spent a record $9 billion, $9.1 billion online shopping during Black Friday this year, up 2.3% over last year's figures. Cyber Monday reported online retailers pulled in 11.3 billion in sales, so that's even higher than Black Friday Black Friday spending. That's up almost 6% the same day a year ago. According to analysts at Wells Fargo, T-Mobile and Verizon offered the most aggressive promotions during the holiday shopping season. T-Mobile had the 4 lines of service, $25 each with the iPhone 14. Verizon offered $1,000 in switching to the latest Apple and Samsung phones with their 5G plans, any 5G plan, including its less expensive offerings. According to Jeff Moore, principal at Wave 7 Research, he said that the most holiday promotions from the big wireless carriers weren't much different from last year's. You know, this goes to show you that people crying doom and gloom about the economics of the U.S., you really can't tell that the economics are awful because people are still spending money. Regardless, I think the big development here is that Verizon is going to have consumer gains. How in the world is this happening? Did they really knock it out of the park? We won't know until January. We might get indications prior to that, but I mean, Wells Fargo is not going to stick their neck out unless they're going to be right. So maybe they do post positive gains. But here's my prediction. If indeed they do produce positive gains, right? It's not going to be net losses. They have net gains. It's going to be like really, really small. I'm talking like 20,000, like plus 30, 40,000 at the max. That's my prediction because I still think there's some churn there. I still think there's some people actively shopping to leave Verizon just based on pricing, right? And price sensitivity. So are they looking at AT&T? Are they looking at, T-Mobile? Are they looking at Spectrum? Are they looking at Xfinity? Sticking with the Verizon network, but getting it for cheaper through their cable operator through a bundle deal. I think that is still out there. It's still in the mix. So if indeed Verizon does post positive net adds and some growth, it's going to be very small. I think the business side continues to do the 150 to 200,000 net adds, maybe 250,000 net adds, right? But I will tell you guys that this will be a huge win in Verizon's book if they post positive after Hans Vestberg said that they were going to post negative. And don't think for a second that Hans Vestberg won't be tooting that horn, saying, looky, look what I did. We were projecting losses and we ended up winning. And of course, then he's going to talk about the health of the consumer, the health of the economics, and how Verizon is competitive even in a marketplace as a premium carrier, right? How they always, upsell and we're premium and all those things. That's he's going to be saying those things. And then of course, they've already indicated that they expect a turnaround in Q1. Maybe it's an early turnaround, maybe. I don't know. Look, I'm going to reserve my judgment. I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm going to wait for those numbers in January. We'll see how they end up being. But this is a positive sign for Verizon. Me personally, I'm a network guy. I love network technologies. I follow this other stuff too because I think it's important. But a turnaround for Verizon's health as a business is good for the investor. It's good for the consumer. And I think also, it's just good for the overall marketplace, right? The industry. Because if things are positive for Verizon, that makes the others want to compete more, right? And more for your business and such. Once they start getting complacent, you stop getting good deals, you stop getting good rates, you stop getting good promotions. So it's good that they're competitive. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this. I'd love to hear what you have to say on this. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, and subscribe for more, and turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links are in the description for all things going on with the channel. Big shout out to the channel members as well as the patrons. Thank you guys for supporting me there. You guys are the best. Y'all the goats. And I'll leave you with some words of positivity as we leave the video today. Every new day is an opportunity to be great. Go out there and be great. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.